What up? Toji here. Today we're going to be talking about the dev message we did receive earlier today. I was not expecting them to give us this dev message. I guess this is their way of giving us a live stream of the upcoming version of what they have planned for the future because they don't want to do live streams. Again, I do believe that this is always lazy marketing. I'm going to be honest, this is lazy marketing, but we'll take what we can get. At least we do have news about what is to, again, show up in the upcoming version, the newest features they're adding to the game, and what they have planned for the future of the game just entirety, right? Now, this is my second time recording this because I did not have the audio down right the first time. So this is assuming that the audio is perfect this time around. Anyways, let's hop right into it. Again, all of this is not going to be a surprise to me because I've already seen it, but is very important for those of you that are curious about the information. All right. First, dear Rovers, we want to express our heartfelt thanks for all your support and love for Wuthering Waves. I really do love this game. I love this game for sure. It's crazy how time flies. We are already halfway through version 1.2 in the turquoise moon glow. We hope Moonlit Fair has been a blast for you so far. I did enjoy the event a little bit, but the event did get a little repetitive, especially when I was doing all of the tasks to do the stands and stuff like that. That got a little repetitive to me. But other than that, I think it was nice for the time it took to get the rewards. It was pretty quick. I didn't feel like it took 20 years to get the event done. I didn't feel like I was pampered with dialogue because most of it I could skip, so I did enjoy that a lot. While you're enjoying all the festivities, new stories are unfolding beyond the borders of Jinzhou. We have some awesome updates in the pipeline, and we are excited to give you a sneak peek through this preview. In this preview, you can have a glimpse into the new area, gameplay features, and some storyline currently in development. You all are going to be very happy about what they have in terms of storyline, assuming that you haven't already seen this, so let's just hop straight into it, right? First of all, we have a new area. This is going to be the Black Shores. For those of you that are curious about the Black Shores, think of characters like Shorekeeper. Shorekeeper is pretty much going to be the character that leads us into the Black Shore, I'm assuming here. So, I mean, you could definitely see with the aesthetic of the color scheme here, and you know that Black Shores does match the same color aesthetic of Shorekeeper, right? The Black Shore is an archipelago enshrouded in mysteries and turmoil, remains sealed away from the world in thick digital fog. It is still uncertain who or when will lift its veil. I read that the wrong way. Sorry, guys. I think sometimes I have like visual dyslexia. Anyways, allowing it to once more shoulder the task of connecting the world. Very interesting. I do like the darker aesthetic of the environment. I'm always a fan of darker aesthetics in any game like this. So I definitely am looking forward to just the exploration, man. Exploration in this game, I've always really just enjoyed to just go around and do because it doesn't feel like whenever I explore and I'm exploring for rewards in particular, right? Because it's what all of us do the exploration for. I don't feel like I'm getting ripped off. I don't feel like I'm getting cheaped, man. You know what I mean? Because anytime I'm exploring in wuwa, I get the rewards, and the rewards is very fair to the amount of time I spend actually exploring the area, if that makes sense. And I'm a fan of the reward structure that is tied to the exploration and even task in the game. It's just very, very nice. All right, new character. So they actually went ahead and revealed Youhu, which caught me off guard. I was not expecting this. I actually did have a Youhu video coming up, but because the character was like very annoying to explain, I just did not make the video, so I don't really need to do it anymore because it's right here. But Youhu is a very annoying character to explain because her kit has all these different mechanics and all these different things, and what it really just boils down to is just RNG. But to explain everything that her kit does was the most annoying thing I've ever experienced in any gacha game with a character kit. Oh my god. Like, Xing Shay from Honkai Star Rail is a little complex for sure, especially if you are first time playing the character, but she also does boil down to RNG, but her kit doesn't have like 100 different descriptions for each individual part of her kit. New Resonator Youhu. We've cooked up something special with our upcoming Resonator Youhu. They definitely did cook up something. Her resonance skill and resonance liberation. Dude. Can I just call her RL? Her RL come with new QTE mechanics that bring a twist to combat. It's fun, it's unique, and we think you are going to love it. I do believe that it's going to be extremely fun. I honestly am very happy that they did add a mechanic like this to the combat system. I always said this, right? Everyone knows this. I know it. We all know it, right? You know it. Wuthering Waves has the best combat system in any gacha game I've ever played. I've seen many other creators mention this on their videos, on their streams and whatnot. It's just really fun to get into the game and just actually play the game. It is fun, from bosses to your actual move patterns, to their move patterns, to your game plan, to the swapping, even the quick swapping. If you don't want to quick swap, even the rotations. All of it is really, really fun. And it feels super satisfying when you actually get it clear on bosses that are actually harder than the typical gacha game you're familiar with. I do really enjoy that a lot. I say that as I'm looking up at a Genshin poster on my wall. But yeah, I am very excited, and I do hope they do add more mechanics like this into the future of Wuthering Waves for the combat system, because man, this has me pretty excited. I'm not going to lie. I have not played PGR, so I don't know if this is a mechanic from PGR, but a PGR has mechanics like this, and they're taking mechanics from PGR that everyone says is a fun game combat-wise, like the godfather of combat in gacha games, then I do hope they continue taking from PGR, man, because I do want the combat to just become more fun over time for veterans. I mean, it's not going to be like this one thing where it's like, it's fun forever, but like, keep it as fun as long as possible is just how I feel, right? Now, new gameplay content, portal puzzles. We're adding portals to some puzzle solving scenarios so you can hop between different areas, or even, no more spoilers. Bummer. We can't wait to see how you use them. So they're going to give us a little bit more tidbits about the portal puzzles, but they didn't want to spoil it. So we'll just have to wait till we get to the Black Shores part of the game to see what the puzzles for the portals are all about. If it's anything to go off of what I think it is, maybe it's some type of element from like the Portal series, right? If you ever played Portal games, you hop through the portal, and then when you hop through the portal, you're in a different dimension, kind of. Not really, but you're like in a different sort of like part of the visual map. So like, let's say you go through a portal and the portal shows you going down, you're down, and now you're looking up. If you go through the portal looking up, then you're going up, and now you're looking down, if that makes sense. It's very unique at how the game plays, and that's your way of exploring through the game. If the puzzles are anything like that, I think that'd be pretty sick, because Portal is actually a pretty fun game to play and pretty fun to watch, if I'm being honest. Now, let's move on. New special enemy, Hedge Puff. These Hedge Puffs are very easy to fight. So I am curious to see how hard this is going to be in terms of a special enemy, right? Because these are guys that will one-tap you depending on your level. These are also guys that have a lot of tanky stats. They have a lot of HP. They have a lot of defense, right? And when you kill them, they're a guaranteed echo drop. Complete the new collection quest in the Black Shores to unlock this little guy and other special enemies. Keep an eye out for them. They are scattered across the shores waiting for rovers brave enough to test their skills. Interesting. So just by hearing them say brave enough to test their skills, I'm assuming these guys are going to pack a punch. I mean, look at them. They seem like they went through the pack a punch machine from Black Ops 2 Zombies, right? I definitely am curious to see how this turns out. Again, these guys are really easy to fight, but if they have like a different move set this time around, then hit you with a bubble beam, right? God dang. New boss, Fallacy of No Return. I think the aesthetic of this boss is insanely sick. From the digital aesthetic from the chest piece, right, to the giant hammer, even though he got a small behind head, he looks really sick. He looks really sick. A blah 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 created by the Tethys system, patrolling the borders between reality and digital world. I am curious to see how this is going to turn out. Digital world, though, I am hearing this all over this dev notes. So the digital world better go hard, man, because they are hyping this up. All right. New tactical hologram, Inferno Rider. We are also expanding the tactical hologram with some new exciting challenges. Even more exciting and challenging battle content will be coming your way in future updates. Be ready. So we're now receiving the Inferno Rider as a tactical hologram. I did hear some people didn't really like the Inferno Rider as a boss overall. However, I do believe this will definitely be something that is going to be a lot more challenging than the Inferno Rider we're used to, of course, obviously. But for anyone that has cleared the tactical holograms, it really just comes down to memorization. A lot of time they do switch out the moveset a little bit, but memorization of movement patterns and all that jazz is all you really need to know when it comes to tactical holograms. So you just have to play it over and over and over and over and over again, and then you'll eventually get the rhythm of the bosses and stuff like that. That's pretty much of any boss in this game. You just do it over and over and over again. You get the rhythm eventually, and you'll be able to clear it. It'll be really easy, right? If you're not using the Chick CS strategy, instead just using a melee character, for instance, right? New stories. So now we have a companion story coming from Encore, who is pretty much one of the most used characters in Wuthering Waves as of right now. New companion story, small woolly, big adventures. Every story is an extension of life. An adventure is the beginning of a story. Encore extends a special invitation to you. The adventure is about to begin. As her closest friend, will you join the Woolly Warrior on this exciting journey? Will I join Encore on this exciting journey to the Neverland? No, I'm good. I don't want to go on a picnic with Encore. I'm not really that interested. But for those of you that are fans of the character or have been playing the character a lot and want to know more tidbits about Encore as a character and her story overall, then definitely check out the companion story when it does roll around. I don't know why that was very hard to say out my mouth. All content shared in the preview is still development and may not represent the final quality. I will say the art does look pretty cool. So I'm guessing this is going to be a picture or cutscene taken from Encore's companion story. This is pretty cool. And I did think her trailer was pretty nice too, right back in the day. There is still so much more on the horizon, and we will continue to share new content and optimization details with you, so stay tuned. Don't forget, as we send out this message, the Moon Chasing Festival featured event by Moon's Grace is still in full swing in Jinzhou. Participate to claim asteroid and material rewards and raise popularity for the upcoming Converging Paths event. You won't want to miss the chance to get the free 5-star Resonator Zhengli Yao. So what they're basically saying is that you need to have the latest event, right? The patch event up to a certain point in order to unlock the free 5-star Zhengli Yao at the time of him arriving in the game. So make sure you do raise your popularity and do the event. You get a bunch of asteroid, you get a bunch of other rewards, right? And you'll be able to claim Zhengli Yao just in time for his debut. Definitely do the event. It's very quick and easy. You can skip the story, so it's not that big of a deal when it comes to dialogue because you can skip all of it if you really want to. But other than that, I think a lot of people do enjoy the event as well because you do get to talk with a lot of characters, socialize with them, right? If you're a fan of talking to Yinlin, you get to talk to Yinlin a little more. You can talk to any character that has been revealed in Wuthering Waves as of right now. So that's very nice. But as a key takeaway from the dev's message, what will I say was very nice? I will say the portal puzzle thing is very interesting. The QTE function with youhu is very interesting. Definitely am interested to see how they tackle the in-game content when it comes to not only the puzzles, right? Making the exploration a little more exciting, right? And then having characters like QTE with youhu existing. So I want to see how they implement more features into Wuthering Waves to spice up the combat long term for not only veterans, just make it interesting for any player that hops into the game. Although, you know, newer players, it'll definitely be more complex for them because then they got more mechanics and more things to learn. But for veterans, it's definitely going to keep the game interesting into the future when, you know, times get a little bit, I will say, boring, right? At a certain point, you know, the combat in the game might be fun now, but how much more fun will it be 6 months from now, right? Like, I'm having a lot of fun now still. Maybe I'm still in the honeymoon phase. But how long will that last 6 months from now, right? And god dang it, remove the 50-50 at some point. I want to see there be like, apparently PGR has like a guaranteed banner. If there is anything that Kuro can implement for PGR, assuming that they have the guaranteed banner, please bring that to Wuthering Waves at some point. Oh my god. I mean, we've seen Snowbreak implement the guaranteed banner for characters, and that has done them great. Snowbreak is still kicking still kicking it, man. They're racking so much money. Obviously, they're doing a lot of Coomer stuff. And that's not to say that Wuwa isn't doing Coomer stuff. I mean, we got Cheng Li, we got Yinlin, we get, you know, waifus every patch at this point. We got Zhengli Yao for free. So it seems like they're very committed on giving us waifus every banner. I'm not complaining. I mean, I'm complaining. My wallet's complaining. That's more money for me to spend. But I'm not complaining because the characters are fun and they look good too. That's great. Hopefully they continue delivering on that front. But anyways, if they are to do anything like, for instance, what other games do, like Snowbreak, the 100% guaranteed banner, it definitely will make it a lot better for spenders overall. And I think that will build goodwill with the company and the consumer base. But then again, 50-50 does help them make more money. So we'll see what they do end up doing in the future. Having two separate banners is fine as well, right? And that's why assuming what they probably would do at some point. But again, we'll have to wait and see. That's the video here. Thank you for watching, and have a nice rest of your day. Bye-bye.